Hi guys, welcome back to Mantle's Media Corner, and today is one of the biggest pay-per-view videos ever. It is, I'm ranking my 2021 WrestleMania, so what I own. So let's start from number 21. This WrestleMania 27, pardon, isn't that good of a show. More famous for The Miz having a concussion in the John Cena match, and that he's once in a lifetime with The Rock and John Cena. But the Undertaker Triple H match is great. Also, you've got the very boring Jerry Lawler versus Michael Cole. Not a great match. The other card, you've also got a Battle Royale, which is pre-show as well. But the only saving grace is a Hall of Fame. Not the greatest lineup, but you've got Legion of Doom, Shawn Michaels and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. But exclusive DVD, not many people like this, and I can understand why. Legendary moments, lot more positivity. So that's at number 21. Let's go to Let's go into the year before. A really solid show. Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. The second match they had at WrestleMania. But what makes this match? Bret the Hitman Hart versus Vince McMahon. On paper, in real life, Bret the Hitman Hart can't take shot, can't get injured, because I think he may have had a stroke prior, so Vince McMahon couldn't technically hit him, so Bret had to do some of the. Bret had to just basically beat up Vince. The rest of the match card is decent. Then we go to a very. People don't like this WrestleMania. I think it's pretty cool. WrestleMania 15 from the year 1999. It's got really cool WWE Championship matches. Corporate Champion The Rock versus the Texas Rattlesnake Stone Cold Steve Austin. A very non-inspiring Hell in a Cell match between The Undertaker versus Big Boss Man. You've got the double turn of Triple H versus Kane, but also you've got X-Pac versus Shane McMahon, pardon, where Triple H turns on X-Pac. Join the corporate ministry, I think it was. And he got a very boring ball for, but I actually like that WrestleMania. I know a lot of people can understand a lot of people not enjoying it. Then we got WrestleMania goes to New Orleans, WrestleMania 2018. Again, really fun show. This is the first time they ever did not include, I believe, it was a Hall of Fame. I think it was Hillbilly Jim speech. But what you've got the return of Daniel Bryan, who at the time had concussion issues, but you've got, can't really see, you got the Wrestlemania, I think. Our first female battle royal at Wrestlemania as well. We've got AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. It's a great match. So all the three going over Oscar, which at the time still to this day isn't a great decision. Got John Cena versus The Undertaker. Got Braun Strowman and Nicholas versus The Boy. Got Ronda Rousey, Stephanie versus Kurt Angle, and Ronda Rousey, Kurt Angle versus Triple H and Stephanie Pardon. You got Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Not the greatest period for Brock or Roman Reigns. We go to Orlando, Florida, which again is a really, really solid WrestleMania as far as I'm concerned. You've got a very boring, very non-inspiring performance of The Undertaker versus Roman Reigns. Got really cool Seth Rollins versus Triple H. And you've got the Return of Hardys, and you've got John Cena proposing to the Bellas, and I forget which one it is. You also got really cool matches. You got, I think it was Austin Aries versus Neville, now known as Pac in AEW, I think. Baron Corbin versus Dean Ambrose, now known as John Moxley, in a battle royale. You've also got a really cool WWE Hall of Fame, highlighted by Kurt Angle. Then we go to WrestleMania 23. Talked about this on the last one. You've got really cool Undertaker versus Triple H. Undertaker versus Batista. Sorry about that, I think it was WrestleMania's. Great Shawn Michaels versus John Cena, but Hair versus Hair, Donald Trump and Vince McMahon, but the participants are Bobby Lashley and Umaga and Stone Cold Steve Austin as the referee. There's the match. It's Chris Benoit's last WrestleMania, if I recall. Not one of the greatest WrestleManias, but I can understand people liking it. Then we go to WrestleMania 5. The Mega Powers explode. Hulk Hogan versus Randy Macho Man Savage from the year 1989. Got Red Rooster versus Bobby the Brain Heenan. Ultimate Warriors, the Intercontinental Champ versus Ravishing Rick Rude. You've got Mr. Perfect versus the Blue Blazer, which would later be, sadly, the Rocket's Own Heart. Got Shawn Michaels' first appearance at WrestleMania versus Big Boss Man and Akeem. Really fun WrestleMania. Then we've got the first one of the Attitude Era, as it was known at the time. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 14. Got some great matches. Tag versus Kane, the first time they ever fought each other. The Rock versus Ken Shamrock had some good matches. Cactus Jack Chainsaw Charlie, Terry Funk and Mick Foley, as I'm famously known as Road Dogg versus Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. Lots more. Then, for WrestleMania, I do recall watching WrestleMania 6 VHS. Two of the most famous wrestlers at the time, Ultimate Warrior and the Immortal Hulk Hogan, going at it title for title. And he got a squash match, but it's quite a fun one. Hart Foundation versus the Bolsheviks, Nikolai Volkov and Boris Zhukov. And Andre John's last WWE match as a participant versus the missionary partners Haku. And in real life, Andre Giant wasn't getting better. He was still alive, but you could tell something wasn't right. That's WrestleMania 6. Then we got WrestleMania 12, once in a lifetime. The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Basically, Peacemaker versus Black Adam. Got an awesome Hell in a Cell match. Undertaker, Triple H and Shawn Michaels. You've got the kind of squash between Sheamus and Daniel Bryan. Jericho versus CM Punk. Lots of awesome matches on that WrestleMania. And what makes it cool as well, it's got the WWE Hall of Fame. It's got the press conference. It's a really good Hall of Fame as well. Then we've got the documentary True Story WrestleMania 1, I think, to 11. But it's all in German, but it's really, really solid, I think. Excuse me, guys. I'll just. Yeah, basically it is WrestleMania 1 to 11, but it's all in German. Right, whether it's a rare copy, I haven't a clue. But it's one of them documentaries. When WWE do a documentary, they do it well. Then we got WrestleMania 24, the Citrus Bowl, I think. Headlined by Undertaker versus Edge. You've got a brilliant triple threat match. John Cena, Randy Orton and Triple H. Got a once in a lifetime Floyd Mayweather versus a Big Show. It's a great fun match. Well, at the time it was a retirement match for Ric Flair in WWE. There's some of the matches you got a princess and Kim Kardashian. This is before she married. Maybe with Kanye West, but I'm not 100% sure. But it really starts to do WrestleMania. And we got the forgotten WrestleMania. WrestleMania 20 from 2004. The reason why people say it's forgotten because of the Chris Benoit match with Shawn Michaels and Triple H. The matches. Again, and for me it's a really good WrestleMania, but the whole Brock Lesnar Goldberg match lets it down. There are the 3 discs. That's such a controversial scene because it's got Benoit holding a big gold belt. There's Madison Square Garden. But it's got one of them immortal moments WWE probably don't want. There's the timeline. There's a bonus. But the iconic image for me is Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero hugging each other. There we got WrestleMania 22. Awesome. So you got Shawn Michaels versus Vince. What I heard the other day was it was going to be Shawn versus the late great Teddy Guerrero, but he died before WrestleMania, I think it was. So it had to be Shawn versus Vince, which is a brilliant match. Got Mick Foley versus Edge in a street fight, just brutal. Undertaker versus Mark Henry. Triple H versus John Cena. You got Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton, Kurt Angle. Got a really good Hall of Fame with the Hitman Bret Hart headlining. With Eddie Guerrero, etc. With Vern Gagne, Mean Gene Oakland, Refrigerator William Perry, who's both American football legend. We've got WrestleMania 19, the one what started the whole 2-day WrestleMania because it was on for a long time. We got Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar. Daniel Bryan was then. It was the Eco Championship versus Kofi Kingston. And a really fun triple threat match. The build-up was better than the actual match. Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey and the Man, Becky Lynch. Got return of then his tribal chief Roman Reigns, who'd just come off leukemia in real life, so he fought Drew McIntyre. Pardon me. Then WrestleMania 25, one match. So Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. Still one of my favourite WrestleMania matches of all time. But again, it's a really fun show. Speaking of one match which people will still talk about, match Hollywood Hulk Hogan versus The Rock, absolute classic match. One of the best of the 1980s in Hulk Hogan, one of the best talkers of the 1990s. Millennium of the right man, The Rock. See, not a bad card. Then we got WrestleMania 30. As you can see, an all-star cast. But this one starts off with Hulk Hogan saying the Silverdome, I think it was in the Superdome, but you got Hulk Hogan, The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Starting off WrestleMania, doing their usual, let's Daniel Bryan with both the big gold belt and then the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Such an emotional scene nowadays when you think about how important it was for Daniel Bryan. Again, there's a very heart-rending scene of a young kid, I think had leukemia or cancer. I think it's either the White Ward or the Crush Award, which is going to come up soon. Anyway, back to the list. WrestleMania 19. Brilliant WrestleMania. Hulk Hogan versus Vince McMahon. On the cover we've got Austin versus The Rock, which is their final WrestleMania, the trilogy. if I recall correctly. But again, an awesome WrestleMania. We got WrestleMania 21. Like I say, Shawn versus Kurt Angle. One of the best matches Shawn Michaels, as far as I'm concerned, ever had at WrestleMania. Got Triple H versus Batista, got Trish at WrestleMania. I forget who it was. Might be Christy Hemme or some. You got Undertaker versus Randy Orton. Got John Cena versus John Bradley. Got a really, really cool WWE Hall of Fame with Hulk Hogan, Roddy Roddy Piper, Cheeky Baby himself. But the Shawn Michaels Kurt Angle is awesome. Then the final two, WrestleMania 17, The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. At the time it's 1-0 to Stone Cold, but this WrestleMania is brilliant. Got an awesome tables, ladders and chairs match. McMahon versus McMahon, Shane versus Vince. And lots of other cool matches. And WrestleMania 31. Awesome WrestleMania. Seth Rollins, the heist of the century, cashing in. He's winning the bank against Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. Got once in a lifetime Sting versus Triple H. Rusev aka Miwa nowadays versus John Cena. Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt. Yes, Connor the Crusher. McChillick, I think his name was. So that's it. That's my WrestleMania collection. Ranking. Please like, share and subscribe and leave in the comments. Thank you.